I love you. Oh.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Lit, and I'm back with another video. Alright, y'all, so as y'all can see from the title below, this is going to be my labor delivery video. I've been wanting to do this video for so long. I just was like, nah, I'm just a little skeptical or whatever. But anyways, I decided I'm going to do it today. So I hope you guys sit back, relax, go get y'all something to eat, because your girl going to be eating. So why not eat along with me? And I hope you guys enjoy this video. But before we get started, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notifications to know when I'm posting. And y'all, look, y'all need to actually respond. Some of y'all just be watching, y'all don't respond, and y'all get on my nerves. Like, support your girl. All it takes is to click a like. That's it. You ain't gotta spend nothing at all. Just click like. That's it. Okay. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get into the video. I ain't gonna talk y'all to death before the video, because I'm sure they're gonna be talking y'all to death during the video. All right, y'all, let's get started. Let me first and foremost say that my son is a COVID baby, is what they call it. He was born during, you know, the COVID, and it's still going on. They only could have one visitor in the hospital. And once you go in the hospital, you could not leave out the hospital. That was the worst part for me, because I had anxiety and just all the stuff that was going on running through my head. I'm going to catch it. My baby going to catch it. My wife going to catch it. It was a lot of things that was going through my head, but everything turned out okay. All right, y'all. So if y'all see me look a little bit to the left, y'all, it's because I got this little cheat sheet, front, back, another page. It's so much that happened, and I don't really want to miss any kind of details about what happened. So that's why I just went ahead last night, wrote it down, decided to do this video. So I hope you guys like it. All right, y'all, let's get into the video. So I got some strawberries right here. I got me some Philly steak and cheese, egg rolls. Look a little extra toasty because that's the way I like it. But yeah, all right, y'all, let's get into the video. So let's start with the day they called me in. It was the 4th of April. And, oh, sorry. And if y'all hear some noise in the background, it's the TV. It's my son. He's going to whine. He's going to cry a little bit, but that's all right. All right, y'all. So it was the 4th of April. They called me in. It was about 6 o'clock. My phone rang. They told me to come in. They told me to come in. Was I ready for inducement? So I was like, yeah. So I was getting dressed. I was nervous, but I was excited at the same time, y'all. And for some reason, I wasn't, like, scared. But I was just like, I'm ready to see my baby this day I've been waiting for. That's the only thing I kept on telling myself. So, you know, if y'all are ready to have a baby, you're nervous and you're scared, just keep telling yourself, I waited probably 9 months in a week like I did for this baby. She coming. So y'all got this, okay? So we was, got everything packed up. We already had everything packed up anyway, weeks prior, because I was ready for this boy to come. I was ready just to meet him. My pregnancy was not horrible at all, y'all. Like, I really enjoyed being pregnant. I would do it all over again. But nevertheless, y'all, but nevertheless, got dressed, got some breakfast on the way, said a prayer, got there. Once we got there, we had to do a screening again for the COVID. We had to do the screening. They just asked us some questions. At that time, they wasn't checking temperatures, but they was asking questions and stuff. Got up there. We had to go to the 4th floor. Everybody know me, know that I hate elevators. I'm terrified of elevators. I will not get on the elevator. But like I said, for some reason, I was not scared this day. I wanted to meet my son. So we got there on the 4th floor. They just registered me, basically asked me questions, had to show my ID, make sure it was me, put me into a room. Another thing I did not like, it was they had limited rooms, and by they have a limited room due to COVID, they were trying to separate, which is I understand. But we couldn't even come out our room. We couldn't even have our door open. So that was kind of like cluttery. Like, I really did not like that at all. But nevertheless, they checked me in. They came in. Once they came in, they did my vital signs and everything like that. They made sure that everything was good before they got started. They checked my cervix. They told me I was only 1 centimeter. I've been 1 centimeter through my contractions, through my birth and hicks for about 2 or 3 weeks. So I stayed there. So I kind of felt like it was going to be a problem anyway. I watched a couple of videos with inducing labor, how they went and stuff like that, and how things turned out for them. And most of the time, the videos that I've seen, it didn't really turn out good, but it was some positive. So I really was trying to concentrate on the positive things. Let me take a bite of this. It's actually pretty good, y'all. So, let me choose that down. I'm gonna talk my mouth full. Okay, so I forgot my drink, but I'll get there in a second. So once they checked my cervix and told me I was 1 centimeter, they decided that they was going to put a balloon in me. The balloon they put inside of me worked. They wanted to get me to 4 centimeters before they start what they call Pitocin. Pitocin start artificial contractions, leading to labor, eventually delivery. So they put the balloon. I was dialing an hour, a centimeter in an hour. So 3 hours later, I was already 4 centimeters. Y'all, I felt so positive. I was just like, oh yes, this is gonna work. It's gonna work. And the whole time, y'all had faith. I was believing in everything. So after they gave me the balloon, they started me on Pitocin. Okay, so they had started me on Pitocin. Let me just say, the daytime nurses that I had was awesome. They worked with me. They told me what they were doing before they did it. And I was a little skeptical, let me say, because my experience with the clinic on, I'm not going to say which one. I think it's about 2 or 3 of them, but it was with UNC. My experience with them in the beginning was okay. But after a while, it's like my appointments was rushed. I know they were shorthand and stuff like that, but I was beginning to feel rushed and talked over. So I was kind of worried, like, when I have my baby, like, are they going to be rushing me and stuff like that? So, nevertheless, I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so once I dilated 4 centimeters, they started me on Pitocin. That Pitocin didn't take no time for me at all. I instantly made within, well, let me say, I think they had to change it one time. They had to see, when they start Pitocin, they don't full force it on you. I can't remember the actual numbers, but eventually they start here and then they just go up and up and up. Once they got to, I'm not for sure the number, I wish I knew the number, it worked instantly for me far as contractions. So I started having these contractions or whatever, and I was having contractions throughout the day. And when I got to, dang, I can't think of the number, but it's the highest dose they gave me. When I got there, y'all, I was still only 4 centimeters. I was not dilating at all at first. And, yo, this is so juicy. Look at this stuff dripping. Oh my God, this is the juice, y'all. So I was kind of stuck at 4 centimeters. I was kind of getting a little worried. I was like, man, but I didn't give up, y'all. I still had faith in everything and was hoping everything would go all right. So they would switch the shifts or whatever, and to the night shift. And I did not have a good experience with the night shift nurses at all. They were disrespectful. I felt rushed. I'm gonna get more detail of that, but I just had to throw that out there. They came in, checked my cervix. It's a couple hours later from being checked, and I was at a 7. They came in, checked my cervix. I was 7 centimeters. But my son's heart rate started to, so they said at first it could just be the monitor that I had around my stomach. So, but his heart rate looked like it was just with every contraction, because it was so strong that it was smushing his head. And we later found that out when he came out. But because of that, his heart rate kept dropping every time with each contraction. So it was like they tried to just rush me. Like they wanted me to hurry and drink my water. And I read on it and I studied on it. And if you know me, I read and study stuff before I really talk or speak on it. I just felt like, because of what I read, I did not want to get my water broke, because I know once you break your water, you have to have that baby within 24 hours for safety reasons. And he was already a week overdue. You see what I'm saying? And I also read that like within a week or 2 after you're overdue, the placenta can die out. The nurses came in, was like, we're gonna have to break your water. It just happened so fast. I don't even, they asked me, first they did ask me that I wanted to break more, and I kept telling them no. That's something that I really did not want to do. I want to try to do this everything naturally. That's just what I want to do. And I understand some things do not go as planned. But still, that came in and they, you know, they tried to talk to me and make me feel bad about not breaking my water so soon or whatever. And I still stuck to it. I was like, no. So it was like, you know, they went out, came back, still tell me that my son's heart rate wasn't picking up. So they had to do an internal inside monitor to detect his heartbeat. Even then, they wasn't detecting it as much as they wanted to, but it was better. So they had it in me, and I was nervous about that because I never had it done. I don't know what they were doing. They already gave me this bad vibe, trying to make me feel like a bad parent because I said I did not want to get my water broke at that time. So it was hours had passed and they came in, and she sat down with me, and she really started to tell me about if I don't do this and I don't do that, my baby probably wouldn't this or be here or live. And I'm looking at this lady like, maybe she was doing the right thing, but because she already gave me a bad vibe and I feel like she wanted things to go her way, I was just thinking like, this lady just want to damn rush my fucking pregnancy. So she said, and I kept telling her, sticking to my, you know, like, I know the God that I serve and everything's gonna be all right. So she said, all right, well, let me check your cervix. She started to check my cervix, and another lady came in with her. Both of them was just rude as fuck, and that caused me to be rude because you're not about to disrespect me. I don't care who you are. But you're just not. So she asked the lady to pass her something. I can't remember the name of it, but she passed it to her, and I noticed it was kind of long, and she was ready to stick it up me. I said, what are you doing with that? She was like, I'm about to break your water. I was like, I told you I do not want you to break my water. Ladies, if y'all do not want them to break your water and it's not life and death, do not let them break your water. It's your rules. You need to know your rights. One of my good friends, Camille, shout out to you, has sent me this thing, and if you want me to send it to you through email, through text, I will send it to you, ladies. And I was unaware of my rights at that time. I am well aware because of what she sent me of my rights now. So my next child, I will make sure that I stick to them rights. We have to, because I know doctors have jobs they have to do and want to make sure that we safe and everything. But as us, we want to feel comfortable too. We don't want to feel rushed and scared and pressured. None of that. Okay, so if y'all want me to send that to y'all, y'all just hit me up. Y'all know my social media. You can drop a comment below, and I definitely send it to you, y'all ladies, and let y'all know the rights that y'all do have. Y'all have more rights than what y'all think y'all have. I don't care how many kids y'all have. Y'all probably still don't know every right that y'all have. So I will send it to y'all most definitely. So nevertheless, she's down there with the stick, and I'm telling her, no, I don't want my water, bro. I don't want my water, bro. And she's steadily telling me that basically she's going to do it because she has to do it because of my son's heart rate or whatever. And y'all, honestly, I don't know how to read the monitor, but I really felt like, and I felt him move. I looked at his heart rate. I didn't see anything, excuse me, too much of being wrong. I really didn't see nothing too much of being wrong. But you know what? I got to the point I was really frustrated. I was really frustrated and everything. And I said, you know what? Just go ahead. I'm ready to get up out of here anyway. So the fact that I know the quicker when my water break, the quicker I have him, let it be what it's going to be. So they broke my water. But I will say after they broke my water, it didn't even take an hour for me to get to 9 centimeters. And she came back in after my water broke and everything. She broke my water. Came back in about an hour later, and I was at 9 centimeters. I had great hopes. I was ready to get up out of there because the mood and everything was just not for me. So she checked me at 9 centimeters. She said, oh, we ready to push. Everything about to be, you know, we about to get it over with. So I'm going to come back in within 30 minutes to an hour and check you again. She came back about an hour later, and I was still at 9 centimeters. She's like, well, I'm going to give you another hour, sometime we can take a little bit. So she came in an hour later, I was still 9 centimeters. Another hour later, I was still 9 centimeters. Another hour later, 9 centimeters. Came in about a couple hours later, I was still 9 centimeters. At this point, I already knew that I was stuck. Going through all that pain, dealing with it, I really gave up. I did. So she came in. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, sorry. And she was telling me that she was about to do a shift change. I was happy, didn't care, was very happy. But she did apologize because she felt like that, you know, it was a misunderstanding and she just wanted what's best for her patients and the baby. and everything. But y'all, let me tell y'all something. I honestly felt like they do not care about the mom. Their job is to save that baby. It should be save the mother and the baby. But the way I felt, and I could be wrong, but I feel like their job was to just save the baby. So the morning came in, and she checked me about 5 o'clock before she left, and I was still in 9 centimeters, and she started talking about a C-section. I still didn't give up. I still felt like, okay. So she let me know the next shift would be in about 7. If you need anything, hit the button. They gonna come in as they did, check on me as often. So they checked on me. Wow, this is so good. So they came in about 7, checked me. I was still stuck at a 9. So they didn't say anything. They just walked out, came back in, basically told me my son's heart rate is dropping at this point. You will have to have a C-section. Is there anybody you want to call? Anything you want to do while we prep you? Instantly froze up, was nervous, called my mom. She said a prayer, and y'all, like I really felt numb. I felt numb before they start sticking stuff in my bag, giving me medicine. I felt absolutely numb. I cried because that's not what I wanted. I was scared for everything that I read. And y'all, look, y'all cannot believe everything that y'all read, but if people experienced it and they got proof and they show you, it's true shit. Stuff can happen. You know, they say childbirth is the closest to death. And that's just probably, in my opinion, it's probably true because your body already going through so much during pregnancy. Then you got to get cut open, and then you lose so much blood, and then your blood pressure can shoot up. It's a lot of realistic stuff, ladies, that things can happen. So that's the only thing that was really running through my head. But I wasn't scared. I was just numb. And also, I was ready to meet my son. And everything happened so fast. It happened so fast. They were doing stuff without telling me they were doing it. So they came in, gave me medicine, rolled me into a hall, rolled me into a hall that was like right across literally from my room. Put me on the table. The table was, and you know, I'm not big, but honey, I'm a little thick now. And the table about smaller than me. So they had to strap me down. They numbed me on up. I was nervous as hell. I do want to tell y'all I was very nervous. My heart rate was almost 200. It was about 180 something. And that's because I see nothing but about 10 nurses that's around me, no familiar face. And that can really send you into a panic mode. They was telling my wife that, shout out to her, she real quick, she was the biggest supporter. Oh my God, yelled at her, screamed at her in pain, didn't cuss at her, but I was so frustrated. She tried to record. I'm like, no. I might throw some pictures in here on the end so y'all can just see a little bit how it went as far as the C-section. But she was, you know, just shout out to her because she really was my biggest supporter, taught me through everything. As terrified as I was at some points, she really pulled through with me. So just to sum this up just a little bit, so I had went in there, my heart rate had went up about 200. They say you need to calm down, you need to calm down. I'm calm, I just need to see my wife, I need to see a familiar face, and my heart rate would go down. They tried to give me 2 cc's, another 2 cc's or something, I don't know what it was, to keep my heart rate so I can go back down. And I'm telling them it's not gonna work. They gave me about 4 of them, the highest that they can give me, and my heart rate was still up. They rushed to go get my wife, like, we normally don't do this because we had not finished prepping her, but we need you in here right now because her heart rate's going up. We cannot start. She can go into shock. This, that, and third can happen. We really need you here to try to calm her down. The moment I laid eyes on my wife, my heart rate went from 189 to 132. That's all I needed, to see a familiar face, to see somebody that I know that's going to let me know that everything is going to be all right. I believe in God. He was there with me the whole time, but I still needed to see something physical, and that was her. So yeah, shout out to my baby. But nevertheless, she came in, heart rate went down, they started the C-section. Y'all, I was questioning everything all right. Is that okay? What's that pulling? What's that tugging? I don't know how long it lasts. I think it was about 45 minutes, y'all, but it really literally felt like 5 minutes for me. My son came out, he whined like a little cat, just a little bit. Then he stopped crying. They was like, you want to see a baby? I was like, yeah. They pulled it down. I was allowed to see my baby. They pulled it back up. They weighed him. She went over there with my son. I said, no, I'm fine. He's out. when I was laying on that bed, y'all, let me tell y'all, I was scared, but I felt like all I wanted was my baby to be okay. I didn't even care about me, to be honest. I really didn't. I just wanted my baby to be okay. And he was great, y'all. Great. No problems, and I thank God for that. So we had the C-section. I told her she'd go over there and take pictures with him. After the C-section, they put me into the ICU. It was about an hour and a half, 2 hours, which was in the hallway. Like I said, for COVID, everything was so small. They just did everything in like a big room, basically. And I went there to check my blood work and everything, try to help me breastfeed. Everything, my blood work was fine. Heart rate went all the way back down to about in the 90s or 80s. So I was exhausted. I was so high, y'all, I felt normal. And I don't like the feeling of being high, but this type of high was normal to me for some reason. I guess because with everything going on, my body was overwhelmed. It just was like, I was relaxed. I mean, it felt good, y'all. It felt good. I honestly think they gave me something for anxiety. If I believe they asked me if I wanted, I told them no, and I think they gave it to me anyway. Because I've been having anxiety for years. I've been on medicine for it, but I just take it as needed. So, but at the ICU, they take you off the fourth floor, and then you go into the fifth floor. The fifth floor is the recovery. Let me say, the nurses on the fifth floor was awesome, amazing, magnificent, wonderful. Y'all, the reason I would go back is because of the aftercare, because they was awesome. They came in now I was getting a little irritated because they kept coming in every 5 minutes to check my blood pressure. In the middle of the night I'm asleep, but y'all, it was awesome. The experience was just awesome with them. So I stayed there. Usually supposed to stay 4 days. I recovered within 2 days, and I went home. The next day I got up out my bed. I wasn't in pain. The next day I think I still had some of the Epidural and the medicine they gave me. I think I still had some of that in me the next day. But I got up. I said, I want this catheter out. I want to get up and I want to walk because I'm ready to go home. And they was like, you sure? And I was like, yeah. They was like, you healing very fast. You know, we never really seen nobody to heal this fast and they want to get up and you know, walk already. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. Shoot, I'm ready to go home. I've been stuck in this room for days. I'm ready to go. So they did little tests and stuff within the next couple of days that I stayed. I walked every day, at least twice. They don't want you to do too much. I did have to take some Benadryl because after the fact, I kept itching really bad, and I really couldn't sleep. So they did have to give me some Benadryl. So I had got that. I think that was the only side effect I had. I do want to speak on after I got home. It was when the pain really started to hit me. It got worse. It was just like, I didn't have pain until I got home. When I got home that next day, I started having a lot of pain. I couldn't move and nothing like that. My feet was swelling. I had high blood pressure. And I did have to go back to the hospital for that, but they just gave me some medicine. I had to monitor my heart. I had to monitor my blood pressure. Afterwards, I had to monitor my blood pressure. And I will say, my son is 4 months, and my blood pressure usually is like 120/60. When it went up, it was about 160/110. But now it's back down, but it's not back to normal, but it's still in a good range. It usually ranges about 138/90 now. So I still keep an eye on it because of that, because like I said, my blood pressure used to be on the low side, and after I had him, it's kind of like went up just a little bit. But yeah, overall, y'all, I had a great pregnancy. Let me just say that I had a wonderful pregnancy. I will be pregnant again because with him, I didn't have any sickness or anything until, I will say, when the first 8 weeks, I believe, I lost almost 20 pounds because I could not eat at all, and they was very worried about that. They didn't know if they had to put me on Ensure milk or something to help me to gain weight. But eventually that faded away, the nauseousness. That's all that it was. I didn't throw up or anything. I may, you know, had nauseousness or whatever through the beginning, but that was it. After that, it was just wonderful. I will say at the last month of my pregnancy, I had to be on a heart monitor. My heart will speed up And I know that during pregnancy your heart can do some things because of that, but this was different. And I know my body, my heart kept speeding up. It would literally be like 170. So they had to do like EKG. They had to do a heart ultrasound, and it was very sky high then. But the only thing they seen was when my heart will skip beats and stuff like that. It could be due to pregnancy, but they didn't see anything where my heart actually stopped or went into kind of haywire. So they wasn't concerned about that. And plus, after I had him, it stopped. So yeah, y'all. And let me show y'all my son. He ain't dressed because I really wasn't going to show him because all y'all probably already seen him, but some of y'all might not have seen him. So let me just show y'all my beautiful 4-month-old gift that God has blessed me with. This is my baby boy, y'all. His name is Lavarius Chantel King Blunt. Pull his shirt down. And he's ready to grab something because that's all that he do. But y'all, this is my blessing that God has blessed me with. I always wanted a child. And I want more. I do. So, yeah, y'all, that's my story. I hope you guys loved it, liked it, enjoyed it. I talked so much I didn't get a chance to eat, y'all, but trust me, when this camera go on, something's gonna be going on. But yeah, y'all, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications so y'all know when I post. Y'all comment, let me know what y'all want me to do. I would do any and everything, just about, as long as it ain't life and death. I will do it, y'all. I will do it. But y'all gotta learn how to respond to a sister, because y'all don't. Okay? But anyways, y'all, I love y'all guys. Until next time, don't forget to stay lit with Lee and peace.